What is good? What is good? What is good? How y'all doing out there? How's everybody doing out there? What's good? What's good? How's everybody out there doing? This is your brother Big Hawk. Today is going to be a touchy subject matter. There was a guy that I used to follow, and he calls himself Miko Worldwide. I was subscribed to his channel for 2 years. And when I subscribed to his channel, this guy was living in Dominican Republic. Now, apparently, he's originally from New York City. And the reason why he went to the Dominican Republic, because allegedly, we're going to say it like that because we know how YouTube is. Allegedly, he sexually assaulted little boys. Now, women have the Me Too movement. Right now, it's women, 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 women. You look at a woman the wrong way. If you cackle at a woman the wrong way, when she calls the cops, you all going to get arrested. And if she wants to bring attention, she will bring the Me Too movement out there by her side. Now, what up, man? What's going on? What's going on, L? The reason why I'm making this video is because men and boys, they don't have no type of backup or no type of protection. Now, I'm going to show you some videos, but this video that the paperwork of Miko Worldwide is disgusting what you're about to hear. And when I say we have to start protecting little boys, there's nobody to protect little boys. They protect little women, they protect the little girls, but they don't protect. There's no protection for boys right now. And there's a lot of situations where you have grown teachers, 35 and above, having sexual intercourses with their little students, which is boys. And because it's a boy, it's looked upon as, oh, that's nothing, that's a boy. But here's where the traumatization comes in when these little boys get traumatized. See, I'm going to say it because nobody else admitted it and they didn't say this. We all know what R. Kelly did. We all know what he did with the little girls. And we all know, well, some people know that some of the parents was involved because R. Kelly was paying off some of the parents. Well, little do a lot of people know, R. Kelly was sexually assaulted by, I think, his sister or his aunt when he was a little kid. He was. And him being sexually assaulted by his aunt, or I think it was his sister, one of them, it was his sister. It was his sister. Him being sexually assaulted by his sister caused him to have these demons. And the demons was he was attracted to young girls. No excuse for him. But I'm just telling you where this all stems from. And there's a lot of men out here right now on this planet Earth that have a lot of stress built up inside of them. And a lot of them was touched. But the problem is when little boys are being touched and being sexually assaulted, society takes it as a joke and they say, oh, that's a little boy. But if a little girl gets touched and sexually assaulted, then the whole world is going to come to an end right there and then. You have a lot of little boys that grow up to be sexual predators. And because they're past and they didn't tell nobody that mommy's friend or daddy's friend did something to them. See, and this is something that's really built in everybody's community. I'm going to show you something. Miko Worldwide. And I used to be subscribed to this guy's channel, but I had to unsubscribe to him. And there was a lot of videos he done with a lot of street people that had to let him know, listen, man, we don't advocate that. You're going to take all the videos we have done with you, and you're going to have to take them down. And I don't blame him. I just unsubscribed to him, man, because I can't. There's no way that I'm going to be able to stomach myself of knowing what he did, and he is still up there. I'm going to show you something.
Hey, yo, Miko Worldwide. I read the paperwork, bro. It's not looking good. So basically, this is what I read. Him and another guy was in a hotel room with an underage guy, right? Like I said, it's nothing against the LBGT, whatever, like they said, that's his sexual preference. So he was, messing with boys. You would mess with a guy, whatever. I mean, I don't believe in that or nothing like that, but don't do it to no underage kid. You understand that? So Miko is basically having sex with an underage boy, made him bleed. I hate even saying it, bro. It sounds disgusting. He made the kid bleed, whatever, and he went home to his mother. And then that's when they found out, oh yeah, Miko and his boy, basically, might as well say forced the boy to do it. So that's what the whole thing was about. And somehow Miko had that money, from that YouTube, paid the lawyer, the Ronnie Phillips dude, to get it dropped down to an assault charge, whatever deal they worked out, because he got a sealed file. It's actually another sealed file. Maybe because the boy was underage, I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? Miko, bro, you not valid, man. You not valid, bro. You's a child predator. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why them dudes from Peru, y'all should DP them niggas, man. Straight up. DP both of them niggas, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I live in LA now. I live in LA. You know what I'm saying? I know about, some hometown Peru.
Bust the boy wide open and made him bleed. And the boy, from what they said, was 17 years old. He was either between 15 and 17. Bust his behind wide open and went and dropped him off with blood in his backside. Now, all these women have protection, but who's going to protect the little boys? Who's going to do it? I'm going to show you something else. Who is going to protect the little boy? They have no protection because society feels that a boy can be touched by a woman and everything should be hokey-dokey. But if a guy does it, then you're going to jail. You're going to be registered as a sex offender and everything else. Is that right? No. The same charges that they give a man, they should give a woman. They just had a story where a 37-year-old teacher was having sex with her student. Okay? And from what they were saying, the judge only gave her probation. But if the roles were reversed, we'd be in jail. Like R. Kelly. Like Harvey Weinstein and all these guys that touch women. When we do it as males, then we have to pay the ultimate price. But when women do it, nothing. They get a slap on the wrist because they have chest and a vagina and a behind. And this is the way society, and this is why a lot of dudes get so upset and leave this country and go somewhere where they're accepted, and this stuff right here is handled in a different manner. Because for what I understand from other countries, whoever does it, women or male, y'all both going to get the same punishment. This is why they call this country the land of the free and the home of the brave. I love America, but sometimes the laws right against men are not good. The laws against men are not good at all. They're not good at all. At all. It's horrible. I'm going to tell you what this female said, because this female is the first female that I've seen stand up against this bullcrap. Let me see if I can find her, because I kept it. Here we go. Let's see what this female has to say.
Let me just say this. After having this whole argument on Facebook about this damn girl, Erica Banks, twerking on these kids in high school, let me just tell y'all something. Y'all make so many excuses for predatory behavior. Predators come in everything, baby. It's not just men. Who the fuck is protecting these boys? Who is protecting the boys? Nobody, because everybody think this shit fucking cute. Grown-ass women twerking and dancing on minor-ass boys is predatorial. Yes. Have the same energy for our boys that you have for our fucking girls. And this is why men don't talk about their fucking trauma.
You heard that. Straight from the horse's mouth. Who is really going to protect these little boys, man? I remember a story that I saw on YouTube, and it was somewhere in another country, but the lady ended up eventually paying the price. She was a female, and she was supposed to be like a daycare worker. And she was watching a 3-year-old kid. And while the parents and everybody was gone, this female decides she wants to have oral sex with a 3-year-old boy. That boy was so traumatized when they approached and asked him what happened. He said, why did she do this to me? I didn't do nothing. Why did she suck on my penis? Why would she do that? It hurt. Why would she do that? I didn't do nothing to deserve this, mommy. And the mother cried like a baby. I don't know whatever happened to that case. And I really do care what happened to that case, but I don't know what happened to it. I don't know if they threw the case out, but I know it was I don't know what country it was, but it was in another country. And that little boy was traumatized. No Me Too movement. None. None at all. No Me Too movement. But this guy, Miko Worldwide, I hope they throw the book at him. Because he made a lot of videos with people, and the people that he made videos with are really upset now. They're very upset. Because you put other people in jeopardy for that channel. And that's why the people said, listen, we don't advocate that, man. That's not us. We don't do stuff like that. For 2 years, this dude left America and went to Dominican Republic, and I'm following this guy thinking he's a cool dude, and I'm watching him. Meanwhile, he's in Dominican Republic hiding from the cops till they finally got him. Let me see if I can find a video where they finally got him. This is horrible, man. Nobody protects these boys, man. The girls people protect, but the boys not. Nobody protects the boys at all. Nobody is protecting these little boys, man. This is some horrible things going on here. And it's not even funny, man. This whole thing is for real. Let me see if I can find this. Yeah, this is the picture of this piece of crap. Okay, I'm gonna let you know this is China Mac, a good brother, a good Asian brother that showed this man respect, and they shitted on him. China Mac is upset, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
You're not allowed to come back to New York City, bro.
That's him right there. That's the piece of crap right there. That's the piece of garbage right there that doing that. That's China Mac, a good brother. A good brother, man. And he's very upset, man. And I don't blame him because they trusted him.
For my mistakes, I spreaded some false rumors about you, man. And I know in the video I said that you forced yourself on a 15-year-old boy, and I was wrong. You know what I mean? And that wasn't true. Instead, you forced yourself on a 17-year-old boy. My bad. Next time, I'm gonna make sure that I get the facts straight.
YouTube has been on fire since China Mac addressed criminal allegations against another YouTuber by the name of Miko Worldwide.
I don't blame China Mac for being upset, man. That brother goes to all the hoods, China Mac. That Asian brother goes to all the hoods. He goes to all black hoods. He donates with the other people in the hood. That's a good brother, man. So I understand why he's upset. Everybody's upset about this, man. Because a lot of people, what they did videos with him. A lot of people did videos with this piece of crap. And now people have to erase the videos because he's a child molester right now. He forced himself on a 17-year-old boy, man, and bust him wide open and made this man go home with blood in his back, man. So this is what I say. Society doesn't care about boys or men. They don't. Me Too, the women have the Me Too movement and everything else. But these boys and men have nothing. So when this happens to them, it's a joke. But people right now are taking it serious, man. So to all the men that hopefully will see my video, we all need to get together and start some type of movement for us and these little boys, man. We have to do this. Because this stuff right here is gonna keep getting building and building and building and building. Who is gonna watch these little boys? Who? That little 17-year-old kid was bust wide open. Who's gonna really watch them, man? Like, I mean, this is not even funny. And what you see what that girl said? You know, you got grown women twerking on little kids that is in kindergarten, in first grade. And everybody thinks this is some type of joke or something. But let a boy hump on a little girl and see that the news and everything will explode into the third dimension. It will go crazy. Men and boys are not protected like women and girls are. That's the problem. That is one of the biggest problems right now. Men and boys are not protected like women and little girls. So the campaign I'm starting, the hashtag that I'm starting, just us. That's the hashtag that I just started right now. Let it take this and flourish it. Just us. Just us. That's the had. They have the Me Too movement. Well, the men right now have just us. That's the hashtag that Big Hawk Yonkers native just made right now. Because when things happen to just us men and boys, society does not take it serious. Everything is a joke when it comes to men and little boys. But when it's women and little girls, it's very serious. It's taken very serious. It's taken to the courts. It's taken to the Supreme Court. And then men end up in prison. But women end up getting a probation and a slap on the wrist. You know how many stories there are right now on YouTube where teachers having sex with young boys and nothing really happens to them because nobody's pushing men's rights. Everything right now is just for the women. It's just for the women. Everything. It's just for the women. Bust that little kid wide open, man. That if that guy ends up in jail, he deserves everything coming to him. Why would you do that to a 17-year-old kid? Why? Why would you do that to a 17-year-old boy? Why? I don't get it, man. Like, why? And how come society doesn't take little boys and men being touched? You got grown men that will be abused and touched by women, and they can't say nothing because, oh, it's just a man. Oh, you're just a guy. So there was an incident that happened down south about 5-6 years ago where this brother was working at a job. He was happily married to his wife. This female kept touching him and touching him and touching him until he finally told his boss. His boss thought it was a joke, so he wanted to press charges on him because she kept grabbing this guy. He said, listen, I'm a married man. Please stop doing that. She kept grabbing the thing. He called the cops. The cops started laughing. He said, you think it's a joke? So this is what I'm going to do. Took him to court and sued him. And then that's when everybody said, yo, this dude is serious. There's everything for women. Women have women rights. They got the Me Too movement. You touch a female, you look at a female the wrong way, you're getting locked up. Little boys and men have no protection. No protection. That 17-year-old kid and some other kids that got bust wide open by this piece of crap, this piece of garbage, I think that he's going to try to get himself out of this. And there's no protection for men. There's no protection for little boys. There's a lot of women that get away with a lot of crap, having sex with their students. That's all boys. And all they do is get a slap on the damn wrist. I'm telling you, a couple of days ago, they just busted a damn teacher, a female 35-year-old, 37-year-old teacher that was having sex with her little student that was a boy, and all she got was a couple of months probation. Okay? That's all she got. But R. Kelly and everybody ends up in prison. They do not take men and little boys seriously. We have, so now the hashtag I just said before, I just made up, just us. These are for men. That's the hashtag for men. We have to, as men, come together and start fighting for our rights. Like women fight for their rights and for their rights and little girls. Now we got is who's going to protect these little boys, man? Who's really going to protect these little boys? These little boys are being sexually assaulted. They're being forced to have sex with their teachers. You got everybody touching these little boys, and people say, "Oh, they just boys." So you mean to tell me you're not going to give the same energy as you give a female, a little girl, to a little boy or a man? You got incidents where men, grown men, get abused by their wives, and the cops and the system just throws it out because, oh, you're just a man. So you mean to tell me I have to stand there and get abused by my wife? I ain't even hitting the back. She can bash me over the head with a pipe, a baseball bat like they do, frying pan, and I'm supposed to sit here and take this because I'm a man. Because I'm a man. So I'm supposed to take this abuse. There's no protection for men and little boys, man. And I'm going to show you this video again. It was really impressive that a woman, a female, a woman stood up and said, yo, who's going to protect them? Because who's going to protect these little boys, man? Who's going to do it?
Let me just say this. After having this whole argument on Facebook about this damn girl, Erica Banks, twerking on these kids in high school, let me just tell y'all something. Y'all make so many excuses for predatory behavior. Predators come in everything, baby. It's not just men. Who the fuck is protecting these boys? Who is protecting the boys? Nobody, because everybody think this shit fucking cute. Grown-ass women twerking and dancing on minor-ass boys is predatorial. Yes. Have the same energy for our boys that you have for our fucking girls. And this is why men don't talk about their fucking trauma.
It came straight from a horse's mouth, man.
Let me just say this. After having this whole argument on Facebook about this damn...
That was coming from a female, man. Have the same energy. If you're going to have an energy where guys are molesting or guys are touching females or little girls, have the same energy for the females that do it to the boys. How many incidents we have where women in school having sex with their little boys and the women end up getting pregnant by a 14 and 13-year-old kid? I remember an incident where a teacher that was 35 years old, she was married. She had a son that was 14 and she was happily married. No, what she did, she decided to turn around and have sex and force this 14-year-old boy, the same age as the son, that 14-year-old boy ended up getting that grown lady pregnant. Like, come on, man. We have to be real here, man. We gotta be real here. We gotta be fair here. Like she said, who's protecting these little boys, man? They getting their behinds busted by grown men. They getting forced to have sex by women, and everybody thinks this whole thing is okay and it's a joke, and we just gonna push it under the rug. No, man, nah. Something got to happen. Something has to occur here, man, because this is why these boys end up growing up. Then they do the same thing because they're mentally messed up in the head. You take a boy's childhood, you take a little boy's childhood, so now they grow up mentally messed up. This is how this is going down. A lot of men go through a lot of trauma because this happens to them and nobody believes it, or people think it's a joke. So when they get older, they start cracking up. They becoming drug heads. They becoming criminals, rapists, and everything else because nobody took the time to listen to this little boy saying he was being molested or he was being traumatized by a female or somebody in the family. This is what's going on, man. Thanks for the likes, man. Whoever's in the room, thanks for the likes. It's horrible, man. What's going on needs to stop. They need to start taking this is the world we live in, and everybody takes everything is to be a joke, and everything is funny to people when it comes to men and little boys. Because everything is women. Listen, we have to protect women. I understand that. But everything, women's rights, women, everything is women. And then what happens to the guys or boys? You know, they're male. We don't need to deal with. No, you can't think that way. You can't think that way. Now that boy got his back busted. Now he has to live with this. He's going to have to live with this for the rest of his life. And I hope they prosecute this piece of crap who did that to him. I used to follow this guy. I thought he was a good YouTuber. No. The reason why he was out of here and he left to go to Dominican Republic because he was escaping when he did. But it caught up to him. It really caught up to him. 27 years old, still young himself. What are you doing in the hotel with a 17-year-old kid? I know what you was doing. We all know what you was doing. Now your paperwork said what you was doing. If anybody has anything to say, put it in the chat. Type what you need to type. I'm here. I'm here listening. I'm right here. You want to type anything? I'm right here. But this has gone crazy, man. This ain't right. All these teachers, man, messing with these little boys and forcing to have sex with them and all that. Nah, this is not right, man. This ain't right, man. The hashtag I made is just us. They got the Me Too movement. Well, it's just us. It's just us, man. This is horrible. I really feel for you got China Mac, a good brother, and all these other brothers that thought this guy was a good dude, and look what he's doing. He jammed him up. Miko Worldwide. Miko Worldwide, man. This guy, man, got caught up into some sexual stuff with a kid, 17-year-old kid, man. Like, yo, I used to follow that dude, man. I used to follow him, man. And, yo, man, this stuff with little boys, like I said, we have no type of protection. Men and little boys have no protection. Women got the Me Too movement. They got all these women rights. But when it comes to us, nobody gives a damn, man. Nobody cares. Like I said a couple of weeks ago, there was an incident where a teacher was having sex with a young kid. The dude is scared and she's forced himself on him. And all she got was a couple of months probation. Just a slap on the wrist. That's all she got was a slap on the wrist, man. That's all she got was a damn slap on the wrist. But me and you do that as a man, we going to jail. And you're supposed to get locked up. You violate somebody, you're supposed to get locked up, man. But this picking and choosing of genders, or who we going to give the worst harsh time to, this ain't not good. Why a lot of these, like I said before, it's why a lot of these little boys grow up to be crazy. When you become a man, you start flipping out because things happen to you when you're young. And then when you try to explain it to people, nobody wants to listen to it. Horrible. I'm going to end the stream right here. Like, share, subscribe. Tell people about my channel. You know, everybody knows I'm an upcoming YouTuber. So leave a comment. Share with people. Let me know what people think. Let me know what you think. Y'all be safe and watch. If y'all do have kids, watch your kids, man. Watch your kids. This is Big Hawk. Salute to everybody that was watching. I'm out of here. Everybody be safe.